I've had nothing but opportunities handed to me to go in any direction I would like.
People are actually family out here. Like I do have a couple cousins that work here, but we definitely are like a family here. Everyone's got everyone's back.
June 21st was our soft launch, and with the store and how it was designed, I wanted to create an atmosphere that was very comfortable for people, very relaxing, kind of therapeutic, where there wasn't any kind of stigma attached to it or any kind of pressures to even buy product. We just wanted people to be able to come in, feel comfortable, and just get education if that's all they're after. So that's what we focused our decor around. It's a very soft, comfortable setting up there. There's no smoking. We don't sell any kind of paraphernalia. Again, we're catering from 19-year-olds all the way up to, we've had 90-year-olds come into the store to seek help. When I looked at it from how is the outside community and the outside populace going to look at this endeavor I'm undertaking, and I know there's a lot of stigma around it, so I was trying to evaluate ways to circumvent a lot of issues that could arise. So the first thing was going to the OPP, the local OPP, and explain to them what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and how I'm able to do this. And it was actually received quite well by them. I also went to my community, to my band council, and made a presentation to them, again showing the benefits of this. And they did give a tacit blessing to proceed forward. And since then, it's just been one heck of a ride and a great experience. And I mentioned in hindsight about not seeing the full benefits of cannabis. I see it every single day now with all the different people that are coming in, and every single day we're hearing a story. We have people coming in crying, our staff are crying with them because it's changing people's lives. There's three things that I truly try to focus on. Number one is community. Number two is our clients that we serve, and number three is our staff. And within that subgrouping, so we have three categories, and within that subgrouping, my three other concerns within each of those is, ensuring that we are offering a healing medicine and being, seen as a healing center. Number two was education, being able to educate people about the benefits of cannabis and trying to erase that stigma. And, we get some people that, still have issues with cannabis, and I totally respect their opinions. It's just lack of education, and that's what we're really trying to do, is educate people. And then the third thing is safety, so product safety. We want to ensure that we're providing the cleanest, safest medicine possible in a safe environment for purchasing that product as well. So that's what we've been really focusing on. All of our endeavors, all of our innovations and developments have all been based around those three things: community, customers, and our staff. In Alderville here, in my age group, there wasn't a lot of culture growing up. Fortunately now, my kids are getting introduced to this culture at a much younger age than I had the opportunity to. So I saw a need to reinvigorate myself, my staff, and the community. And the number one way I see of doing this is by taking back our language and learning our language.
It really brings people together if we can do things where we're engaging people. When we're all having fun, laughing, you get a bunch of Anishinaabe around, sitting around. It's not long. Everyone's gut busting laughing. Your cheeks hurt because you're laughing so hard. And that's what's really good, is when people talk about reconciliation and all these things. Part of that is us with ourselves, being kind to ourselves, coming together with our own people. The state of things now is that there's no teachers, especially with the boards. They want everyone to have their credentials, but it's at the point now where anyone that can speak the language, they really need people. I mean, you want to do it in a way that you're going to keep doing it. You look forward to it, and doing things the old way, where we're just reading the old words off the list, you got a word list. I mean, you'll learn that way, but it's painful. And you're not going to look forward to it. Every business that we have, we should be speaking our language. We are the people, regardless of what we're doing. In our language there aren't connotations the same way that there is in those colonial languages. We can transfer knowledge in this language as quickly efficiently, effectively as possible, because we don't have time. We need to get people engaged. We need to keep people engaged. They need to stay engaged.
This could be done anywhere as far as I'm concerned. And this is what I'd really like to emphasize to people, is that we can do this on our own. We don't need outside entities, outside corporations, white money coming in to help us do this. When we can do this ourselves, we can be self-sustainable and create our own economy, help our own people, and get off the coattails of the government. We are a sovereign nation, and as a sovereign nation, we need to stand up for our right to be able to do this. Again, this is a natural plant that has cannabinoids in it, and we have an endocannabinoid system. But we focus on full spectrum, or whole plant medicine. So that means when we make a product, we're using that whole plant. We're not isolating it or distilling it to get just THC or just CBD. Reason for that is I believe the plant has a spirit, and we want that whole spirit of that plant when we're using it as a medicine. So we want that whole profile of that plant in it.
The first thing we really want to do is ensure that the product is up to par in terms of, quality. If it's, we test and thoroughly analyze all our products here, so we want to ensure that you guys are getting ultimately the best product and it's safe for consumption, right? So usually that undertakes the testing process right away. So when, say in this particular case, when we get flower in, it'll be handed off to Monty, who is the basement manager, and he'll go through his sort of protocol intake, and then at the end of it, it'll be passed up to the lab where it will go through inspection to ensure it's up to par and that it passes quality control.
So usually what we do down here is a lot more of packing. We're doing a lot of packing a lot of the bud most of the time, packing a lot of the hash, oil. We do a lot of organizing down here as well, try to make things pretty nice and organized. We store our buds in these little sea vaults. We put it in our Bovita packs. That keeps the bud fresh and makes sure it's not getting moldy at all. As you can see, there's the number in there. We try to keep the test number with this as well.
The policies and procedures that we go through here in the lab are pretty basic and simple, but are super imperative and important for the day-to-day process of the store. Nothing that comes in the store doesn't come through the lab for testing or inspection to make sure that the quality is there before it goes out to the floor to the customer. So in this case today, we're inspecting flower. We also look for trace mold on the top. Can come in a mossy form as well, but again, to the naked eye, it could be easily mistaken from trichomes to mold. We'll do a real slow inspection to make sure. We look for many different things under here: mold, mites, impurities, any kind of powders or residues that could be on the flower. Well, our newest lab that's about to be up and coming will give a complete printout of terpene profiles from each individual strain. Different profiles and different terpenes will have different effects on you, right?
This is the Ethos 4. It's an ethanol closed loop system capable of running 60 pounds of material through in a 10-hour shift. Takes it down to -70, leaving behind all the waxes and undesirable constituents, ending in resulting in a very pure 80 to 85% THC content extract. The roto evaporator here is another critical component in the system. Of course, it'll recover our ethanol for us and leave us with our final product, which will be that 80 to 85% extract. At this level, with the medicine wheel is very exciting because I'm essentially at ground level extracting the material and creating a product that will help many people, and it's so exciting. I just can't wait to get moving on that.
I think the stigma associated with cannabis products and even using it medicinally is still such a stigmatized topic. So for me, that was something that I really wanted to see how I could be involved in kind of relieving some of that stigma, because I think it's really important. People need to know, and I think a lot of that stigma just comes from like a lack of education around cannabis.
For me, it would be personally the stigma that it makes you a lazy person, or it makes you a non-productive person in life.
Indigenous peoples have the right to their traditional medicines and to maintain their health practices, including the conservation of their vital medicinal plants, animals, and minerals. Indigenous individuals also have the right to access, without any discrimination, to all social and health services. Indigenous peoples have the right to own, use, develop, and control the lands, territories, and resources that they possess by reason of traditional ownership or other traditional occupation or use, as well as those which they have otherwise acquired.